Y'all know what time it is. 420 vibes, 420 vibes, 420 vibes, the guide codes. We're going to talk about anger, how anger gets shit done. Let me get my lighter. Let me light this thing up. And we're going to talk about symbols 101. What's the deal, family? What's the deal? Dreamwise here for another one. Yes, sir. Some of these topics came to me in meditation heavy. So I had to dive deep into them because I was like, okay, but 420, hey, we're here, and we can actually utilize the weed. I know I don't got no, I got this is THCA, pre-rolls, THCA. They was trying to ban them in Texas. We got 2 more days, y'all. I had stacked up on that THCA, boy. What? I stacked up on that thing, dog. What? We can utilize the weed, for spiritual enlightenment. Get my sound effects right. Message. We can utilize the grass, the herb, for spiritual enlightenment. So we're going to dive deep into the fold on that. And we're going to go heavy in the aspect of gnosis, spiritual self-gnosis about weed, anger, and symbols. So yeah, one of the aspects of the herb is we want to understand to the core it's not bad. The system, the government has put in a controlled idea about the herb, about weed, that shifts you into a perspective of moralism and keeps you stuck and not tapping into your inner world, your inner self with the grass, with the weed. Now, there's an aspect of the weed that you have to understand in order to tap into your spiritual self, your higher self. And we're going to get into that after I play the GOAT, the God, the greatest of all time, one of my heroes, Bob.
The more you accept herbs, the more you accept
Shit.
Rastafari.
Hold on. You see how that nigga jumped on here real quick? Hold on, y'all. Wait. That nigga Bob beat. Wait, hold on.
The more you accept herbs, the more you accept Rastafari.
That nigga went into a trance-induced state speaking about the herb. That's that Dave Chappelle clip on Half Baked. Yeah. Yeah,
You know what I say? We who accept herb is important, but herb is more important to the people who don't accept it yet, because that is a reality. I mean, it's not selling selling is something that you crave, but you check it in your sense and say, herb is a plant. I mean, herbs are good for everything. Why these people who want to do so much good for everyone, who call themselves governments and this and that, why them say you must not use the herb?
My grandma rested or rising in power. My grandma, um, Malone, Grandma Juanita Malone, she used to have a garden full of herbs, all kind of herbs for healing, for this, for that. And one of the herbs she had was weed. And this is in St. Thomas, in the island St. Thomas. And one of the aspects of the weed that she used to do was make it into a tea. And even as a kid, she used to let us sip it. So because she was trying to give us another, I guess, another way of seeing this thing, right? And in the islands, in some of these um, communities in the islands, they don't see nothing wrong with the weed. Now, I know in America is getting more um, familiar, but there's a way you should be able to utilize the weed for your spiritual growth and spiritual gnosis. And I'm about to explain that right now. What's up, family? What's good? What's good? Okay, I see y'all in here. What's up, Justin? What's up, Shendez, Dr. Lakeith? Modest More. What's up, family? Glass Moon. We in here. Happy 420. Happy 420, everybody. What's good? What's good? What's good? All right.
You see? And we check that and we can't find, we just see them just say, no, you mustn't use it because it make you rebel. Against what? Against men who won't crave, because them crave for the things like say, well, then them have some material things and them want to captivate your mind and tell you, say, well, you have to work and put you on pension and him keep it all. So Herb make you look for yourself, and instead of you want to work for the man, you want to be one of the man too. Not in the sense of how him is, but in the sense of why should you have to bow to these things?
The weed will let you know. The weed will let you know. So some of y'all smoke, and then y'all be like, damn, this job that I'm at is some bullshit. You feel that deeply within your spirit and your soul. You just feel the sense of I'm being played. I'm being fucked with. And essentially what Bob is saying is just that. He's saying like the weed will let you know, hey, look, you got to rebel against all these systematic oppressionary ideas to keep you in a slave mindset and to keep you stuck on the rat race and not move into the space of your true calling, your true adventure, right? But stay a sheep. So remember the show Severance, right? And they used to go into the job, and in the job they would be completely oblivious of another life, their real life, their true life. So essentially what happened was they would go into the job and their whole mind would be occupied by the job. Then when they get out, they conform back to a part of who they were supposed to be, but not the whole. So the job still got some entrapped, ensnared in a reality that doesn't wake them up. Now, what the weed does is it wakes a lot of us up. And it puts us in an inner world mirror to understand something about ourselves. Now, when we have that understanding about ourselves, because it's inner alchemy, essentially, when you smoke the herb ritualistically, don't worry, we're going to get to it. Essentially, what happens is you have the choice to move in a direction of empowering yourself or just having that experience and saying, oh, okay, well, I know what it is, but fuck it. I'm too afraid to move with Heru.
Message.
I'm just telling y'all what it is, family. The truth hurts, and sometimes the truth will set you free. But we're going to get to it. Watch this. Let's finish up, Bob.
Do you have to smoke to be a Rasta?
No, man. But in this time, I mean, like, for instance, you're reaching a sense where you're strong enough, can take a little smoke. So when all them car pass, although you live in the city, you don't hear it because you're thinking. Differently if you just live so. Then, you know what I mean, the whole world confused you and you're worried and you don't have no time to think. And herb is a thing that give you a little time for yourself so you can live, if you use it.
What about alcohol?
Alcohol make you drunk, man. It don't make you meditate. It just make you drunk. When you drink alcohol, you don't meditate. You're more get-headed. Herb is more a consciousness.
Shout out to the great, the GOAT, Bob, Robert Marley. So yeah, the herb will take you there. The herb will take you places inside your inner world that'll actually shift you into another level of consciousness, into another sense of self. You feel me? And when you use herb, when you use the weed ritualistically, right? Now, don't get me wrong. The government has got control of the weed, and now some of this weed is sprayed with other things that doesn't necessarily serve your greater good. So we really just are looking for organic, natural THC that actually stimulates us into our inner world thinking. Now, there's places that have it out there, right? I wouldn't go to necessarily a company, but there's places that have it out there. But if you can't find it, then you know what I'm saying, you're just gonna have to deal with some of the spray that they put on the herb, the weed. Um, but there's people out there that got it. I gotta connect, but I can't, I can't offer it to y'all or nothing like that. But there you'll find somebody that has organic natural THC. And in that THC is a gateway, a mirror to you understanding something inner about yourself, right? That you kept locked away with your ego self. Getting back to the movie or the show Severance, right? They go into work, they're completely delusional about their true self, about who they divinely are. So they stay in a bubble, in a box, trapped in a box. And the only way they can break out is if somebody, right, does something to the system that wakes them up, does something to their control system that they're attached to by whatever to wake them up. And that's what weed does. It wakes you up. It wakes you up in a way that actually enlightens or focuses your attention. Y'all know, y'all smoke weed. I said, all of y'all, bro, everybody, put a one in the chat if you smoke weed. Come on, put a one in the chat. Let's get it. Let's get it. Put a one in the chat if you partake. What's good, everyday bodies? The price is right. What's good? What's good, King? Jock, what's the deal, baby? What's the deal, Jock? We got to talk, man. We got to talk. CC, what's up? What's good? What's good, babe? Rose Quartz, Mr. Young, what go down? It go down. Every time I see your name, Mr. Young, I think about that conference. You strong as hell, boy. I had to hold on now. Mr. Good Burger, what's good? What's up, Super? Yeah, put a one in. Okay, everybody got the ones up. Everybody, hey, nobody, your job is not gonna come for you on this live. So you just gotta know. You feel me? You gotta know. What's up, Cosmic Energies? Um, as a spiritual tool, entheogens used intentionally, cannabis can quiet mental chatter, heighten self-reflection, and foster feelings of unity or empathy. So one of the aspects that I did was I maybe about a few months back, because I go into different meditation styles, right? And they maybe in November, right? Where we're in April, yeah. So maybe in November, I went on a weed journey to only in meditation to see the deeper recesses of my mind. So I used the tool, I used the weed, used the herb to tap in to myself more innerly through meditation. Because usually I'm meditating by myself, no music, no nothing, just really sitting with my thoughts and observing my thoughts. Sometimes I'm using binaural beats. Sometimes I'm using my auto suggestions. Sometimes I would even take a shot. Well, back in the day, I used to take 2 shots and go into meditation, heavy. You feel me? Bobby Hemmett alchemy on your ass. What? Straight up and down.
Message.
All of these herbs are to tap into the deeper recesses in our mind. The deeper recesses in our mind will unlock and unravel things for us to understand within ourselves. Now, the problem is, well, there's a few different problems. One, whatever they're putting in this new weed, it can mix up your signals, right? So that's one huge problem that we got to find, natural organic THC, right? But if you can't find it, try to hit the grass once or twice and then go into meditation and just see what comes up. Cool. The second problem is the abuse of weed, the abuse of cannabis. Since we readily have it at our disposal and nobody taught us, like our ancient sages or nothing like that, taught us how to utilize the herb for inner transformation. Essentially, what happens is we abuse it and use it to watch TV. So y'all remember y'all used to smoke and watch some shows and see all the signs, and so you'd be like, damn, oh shit, oh damn. You smoke and watch a reality show, one of them Real Housewives of Atlanta, and you be like, this shit fake to the bitch. God damn, this shit, I didn't realize this thing was so fake. God damn. You see all the acting, all the scripts and everything. You start noticing the hotel they into some of these shows. You start noticing the room. What kind of room is that they giving for these people ready for love? You start noticing all type of shit, boy. What? The weed will let you know. So we don't want to utilize it for our entertainment, for our stress reliever, right? Remember, this stress that you're dealing with on a daily basis is actually good. It's good for you because, again, it's training your nervous system to fall into a more sound, peaceful state when you deal with stressors. So then you're able to deal with more and more, but it's off their back. It's rolling off your back. So you want to be able to embrace stress. It's just like going to the gym. You're stressing your body, but you're getting stronger. So a lot of times what happens is we run away from our problems, our struggles of the day, based off of us having access to weed and saying, shit, I just want to be out of my mind. But the real game and the real gnosis is to say, okay, I need to be able to deal with whatever is coming to me, whatever struggles of the day comes to me, wear that jacket and understand it by going into deep meditation, but not abusing the weed to go into meditation, right? And just be out of my mind. Really falling into meditation for yourself without any tools or substances. Very, very important to understand that. You can go into meditation after work. I'm telling y'all what this is, and I've done it. Go into meditation after work and understand how to move next based off of you falling into a deep transcendental state of understanding the struggles of the day instead of running from it.
Message.
So your parasympathetic nervous system is built on you dealing with the problems. The fight or flight response, the sympathetic nervous system, is dealing with you smoking it away. That's the flight. Or fighting in a space of like, oh, fuck that. That bitch got me fucked up at this job. She don't know who she dealing with. I'm gonna get her today. I'm gonna get her tomorrow. Hell nah, boy. You're gonna get fired in that hoe. It says it has historically been used in traditions such as in India, associated with Shiva, Tibet, and by the Rastafarian movement to facilitate meditation and deepen spiritual insight. So remember, Shiva is the god of all gods, right? And in Shivatism, one of the aspects is to deal with your struggles of the day. So the weed can be looked at as meditation, but if you abuse the meditation, then you're basically moving into a space of not utilizing the tool correctly for inner transformation. Because again, the point is to understand yourself, your inner world, not understand the outside world that's showing you distractions on TV and your favorite YouTuber and what they're saying about Donald Trump and shit. See, if you go into meditation, if you smoke the weed, right, and go into meditation and say, okay, I'm just trying to understand something about myself, that's different than you utilizing it to be amongst friends and family and try to get an insight on their vibes right now. That's different than you smoking and just watching TV and just laughing at shows that doesn't serve your greater good. Remember, this is inside out, not outside in. So you utilize the tool the correct way, ritualistically, to understand yourself, deeper, to go into a space of moving and say, you know what? I see how I need to move next. And sometimes the weed will actually signal to you that you need to get angry about something. And that's a huge aspect that I'm about to go into next. It says that as a catalyst for presence, when used mindfully, cannabis can quiet mental chatter, heighten sensory perception, and promote a deeper engagement with the present moment. This is about falling into your mirrorverse, family. This is about moving into a space of you understanding your inner world only. If you could do that, if you could utilize the tool for that practice, ritualistic practice, then you'll move heroically with Heru. Speaking of Heru, let's talk about anger. Anger gets shit done, family. Anger gets shit done. And like I said, sometimes when you smoke the weed, there's a sense of something that you need to get frustrated at, something you gotta get mad at, something you gotta put your foot down. So y'all check this clip out from American Gods on anger.
Let me paint a picture of what's waiting for you on the shore. You arrive in America, land of opportunity, milk and honey, and guess what? You all get to be slaves, split up, sold off, and worked to death. The lucky ones get Sunday off to sleep and fuck and make more slaves and all for what? For cotton, indigo, for a fucking purple shirt. The only good news is the tobacco your grandkids are gonna farm for free is gonna give a shitload of these white motherfuckers cancer. And I ain't even started yet. 100 years later, you're fucked. 100 years after that, fucked. 100 years after you get free, you still getting fucked out of job and shot at by police. You see what I'm saying? This guy gets it. I like him. He's getting angry. Angry is good. Angry gets shit done.
Fire Scene, American Gods. Go check it out if you haven't seen it. I did a decode on it a long time ago.
Message.
Anger is just energy, family. Anger is just energy. We got to understand anger is a good energy. Anger is a high level energy. Now, if you utilize it to crash out, then you didn't utilize it the correct way. Anger is your spirit letting you know that something ain't right. Something is rotten in the cotton. Something has to change. And a lot of times what happens is we'll be angry and we'll come home, smoke weed and watch TV, and then we'll just, oh, well, whatever. But you can actually utilize anger to channel in a different level of focus, a different level of concentration to get out of your particular situation, to get out of the rut, the funk that you in. Let me play this Bobby for y'all so we can go deeper into anger. Check this out.
You want to get these act. Most of your anger is projected outward, but if you really want to get them to act, get angry. And a lot of times that's what really, because that's a lot of, see, what we're talking about here is this here. A lot of things that was encoded into the religions, I'm not talking about spirituality, religions of 2,000 years ago, that was to shut people down so that they could be obedient to society, so the Romans could rule, and later on, and different things like that. If you go to the ones prior to religion and you go back to the ancient mystery system, you had these warrior heroes. Hero, the word hero is Heru. So you had these warriors, and a part of their messianic trait was to get angry. Same thing with fucking damn Morpheus. I mean, what's the name? He kicking ass in this goddamn movie. He ain't sitting back talking about Mary had a little lamb. I mean, Neil and stuff, and Morpheus. So your anger is a combat, but on the other side, anger stirs these entities up inside of you. You see what I'm saying? These entities. And a lot of times when shit ain't working right with me, it's because I ain't got mad enough.
So remember, anger is a power, is a tool. It's something that you can utilize for your good, right? And just like Bobby said, to stir these entities up. Remember, entities are just energy signatures, spiritual energy signatures inside of you that actually helps you move.
Message.
Move in different ways. Move with Heru, courage, right? Like Bobby was saying, move with a particular compassion. If you're dealing with Kuan Yin, move with, you know what I'm saying, creativity. If you're dealing with Sarasvati, move in a different light than the motion that you're walking with now, which is robotic or like an automaton. So a lot of times what happens is we're not angry enough because we're letting the world, the outside, the government influence our emotion. I say, okay, well, this is just enough. You nigga, I remember when I was a PE teacher, one of my paraprofessionals, Miss Deonda, she was working with us. She was working with the block team, right? The block team is PE, art, music, health, and computer, right? Our computer teacher left. She just left out of the middle of the year, whatever, right? Miss Deonda was just a paraprofessional, so she's just supposed to be an aide helping us out, whatever, cool, right? Boom. The computer teacher leaves. Miss Deonda has to take on the responsibility of being a teacher now because nobody could actually do that class because they couldn't hire nobody. So she took on that responsibility. Cool. For the whole year, she getting paid the same $660 every 2 weeks.
Message.
And this was back in the day. So you you know what I'm saying? If y'all making that now, you know, you definitely got to get angry. Cool. Anyway, long story short, at the end of the year, she did the whole teaching thing. She didn't have her teacher certification or whatever. She's not getting paid like a teacher. She's taking grades, doing all this stuff. $660 every 2 weeks. Crazy shit, right? She's been at the school for like 20 years. Crazy shit. I just couldn't even imagine. Like, nigga, her position, her original position where she was the block teacher, where she just kind of helping us, got killed. I said, "Ah, hell nah." So the whole school district killed that position off. So now she's scrambling, trying to figure out if they're gonna still keep her on principal and the management. And unfortunately, we just can't keep you around. Nigga, Miss Deonda, Christian, Hispanic lady, older lady, whatever. Oh, okay, that's okay. I'm fine. I'm. I got mad for her because she didn't get mad. I got mad for her. 20 years of service at this job. They cut her like nothing. I got mad for her. I got so mad that I got into my bag, into my focus, because I said, "You will not do that to me."
Message.
So then that same year, that's when I was doing them YouTube videos, them scripted YouTube videos or whatever, right? Love, live, life. We touch into your mind, body, and soul, soul, soul. So every day I would come home and I would focus in intentively just based off of her getting canned. No, it was that summer because she got fired at the end of the year, right? Boom, we going into summer. That whole summer, I don't know how many videos I made. I probably made like 40, 50 videos that whole summer. Just based off of, I was like, you know what? They got me fucked up if they think they gotta fire my ass. Hell no. Nah. See, somebody that can feed you can also take it away. And they can take it away and just look at you like, hey, my bad. Some of y'all dealt with some particular things that angered you and you just didn't move or have the channeled approach to move that energy into a direction of power. See, you can have anger in two ways. You can crash out like was it Pooh Shiesty in them, right? And be angry and just make yourself angry and do some bonehead crash out shit. Or you can tunnel vision that focus into something new. And that tunnel vision focus will stir up your Hey Rules adventure.
Message.
I've done it before. There was a time back in the day when I was single and stuff like that. And I would get mad at myself for, dealing with the same chicken head girls over and over and over again. So getting drunk, high, knocking the chicks down, driving home, just pissed off at myself 3:30 in the morning. That post-nut clarity, boy, that post-nut clarity have you in a whole nother conundrum. Have you mad than a bitch? Ha. Just based off of, I know they were low vibrational and I'm trying to move into a more high vibrational spirit, but I'm caught up in the physical and my body is yearning my physical body is yearning for low vibrational sex.
Message.
So now, one night, I just remember it clearly. One night, shit, I think I was probably like a minute man in that thing. I'm in and out. You feel me? What it is? them nights cool, right? Boom. I leave. I'm like, damn, I drove 15, 20 minutes to knock this chick down in 2 minutes. And I'm leaving mad than a bitch, right? Thinking to myself, like, what am I doing? Why am I even in this particular situation? Why do I keep on repeating the same bad habits? So that anger of me driving home, understanding that I'm not doing myself any service by keep on putting these particular people in my life that doesn't necessarily serve my greater good and where I want to see myself go, grew me into doing semen retention practices.
Message.
based off of I wanted to understand myself from a whole nother cosmic level. Instead of me getting drunk and high and crashing out and just wasting my seed on somebody that doesn't necessarily, know how to utilize it or whatever, transmute it into something more divine. So that same energy you get heated with is the same energy that you can build your next level with. You can level up with anger. Anger is a warrior spirit energy. Anger turns you into Heru. Anger is your hero's journey realized. You have to tap into that venom, right? That Hulk, and understand that the anger is going to place you into another level of focus, another level of concentration. I know that, some of the spiritual community and stuff like that, and the moralistic aspect of people's minds goes into, oh, love and light, oh, gratitude, right? All of that. That's good and well indeed. But the opposite side of that spectrum still puts you into another sense of focus, into another power zone. One of my sister-in-law's sister transitioned last week, and it was heavy and it was tough. And we talking to our sister and we building with her, and we speaking some love and power into her. And one of the aspects of something that we noticed, me and D Ray noticed while we was talking to her on the phone, was that she was so angry. She was so angry. So one of the aspects that I did was, instead of me trying to console her, because the situation was, I don't got to go over the situation or what happened, but she was just angry, right? Cool. Now what we did was kind of, okay, well, let's see how this wave that she feels right now can move into something constructive, because now she got to take on her sister's kids, right? Instead of crashing out and being a shell of herself. Because again, nobody's going to come and save you. You're going to have to save yourself. And that Heru is in your heart. So now all of a sudden, your hero's journey can be tripwire through anger. The potentiality, the rage that you feel is good. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but you got to understand that this thing is about you being tired of being sick and tired.
Message.
This says, build on your anger. Don't ever let go of that anger. Rage gives you power. Caution does not. So a lot of times we just need to get mad at something. Just mad enough to say, you know what? They got me fucked up. Nigga, I was looking at the gas prices. I'm at the gas pump. You just let them fill up. $90-some, $96. Usually the gas is $80-some, right? If I fill all the way up. $96. Boom. I'm like, God damn, gas is doing something different now. Basically spending $100 every time you go to the gas pump. Now just imagine if you got a job. I'm talking to my brother-in-law yesterday. He telling me, nigga, I gotta get out of this school. His job is 35, 40 minutes away. At first, he was cool. He chilling, he's like, all right, whatever, cool. Now he realizing, damn, all my money is going to this motherfucking goddamn gas. Goddamn. So how can you channel and get frustrated at that and get mad at that and say, you know what? This ain't what they want. A big aspect of anger is you tapping into your melanin, turning on your melanin. because your melanin is going to turn you into the Hulk. And that's what gets things done. It activates your focus. It activates your concentration. It activates a level of genius inside of you that you're not privy of based off of the moralistic code of you being love and light. Now, there's an aspect of that that's divine, right? Where you're in a bliss state, in a peaceful state. But sometimes you're going to have to let this shit go. See, when you see the green men like the Hulk, they're speaking of you tapping into the deeper recesses of Osiris, or the green man Osar, which is the byproduct of Heru, which is your hero story. So when you see the aspect of Venom, right? Venom is your melanin. When you seen the Venom movies, right? And when Venom comes out, it's based off of a certain anger that comes through, a certain energy that comes through, a certain rage. And this rage puts him in the best situation possible to move heroically, to move like Heru. So now all of a sudden we must utilize, and I'm just telling y'all what it is, because this is how I got out of a lot of situations. We must utilize our anger to get shit done. When I had my drug overdose spell, right? Me, my brother, and one of my other partners, we driving down to PB Homecoming to see Rick Ross. He was at PB. This is a long, long time ago. Cool. We drunk, high, bars and tabs. I don't know what the fuck we was doing. We was tripping though in that bitch. My brother, he was a designated driver, so me and my other partner in the back seat, rolling and barred up, tripping with ourselves, right? This is when I was heavy in the drugs too. Anyway, we had a car full of chicks following us too. So we all going to PB, we driving, they getting high, drunk in their car or whatever. Cool. Get to the concert, have a good time. We fly, things happening, cool, right? PB got this bayou, this big ass bayou thing, right? And I'm sitting on, we outside chilling, whatever, right? I'm literally so fucked up and high that I don't even realize this big ass bayou thing. I'm sitting talking to one of the females, boom. All of a sudden, the only thing I remember was me being all the way in a ditch. I did a 15-foot drop all the way back. Should have died, boy. But, you know, my ancestors and spirit got something else in line for me. Should have died. 15-foot drop straight back. Nigga, my brother rushed down there. My partner rushed down there, helped me up, put me in the car. I should have been dead in the car. Probably was. It probably in a quantum reality, baby. Probably a whole other quantum reality in this bitch. God damn, you never know shit. Because sometimes I be looking at stories and shit. I be like, nah, this is probably another reality. This motherfucker, because he should have been dead. Shit like that. Boom. That moment shifted my mind into a new perspective, into saying, all right, enough is enough, right? I gotta get clean. I gotta get sober. I gotta move in a space of not being the bumbling, stumbling fool and falling out based off of I can't control my bodily urges. Because I don't know what in the world I was thinking by taking bars and ecstasy at the same time. Like we did it before, you know what I'm saying? So maybe I was just stimulated in that kind of response. But just to do it, just to be doing it was absolutely asinine. So from that moment, I went to the hospital. I'm in the hospital bed, And I said, I'm pissed off at myself, angry, you know what I'm saying? Just frustrated, angry, cool. That anger turned me into a monster boy. After that, shit, became a personal trainer and shit. Started, I got on that heavy aspect of cleaning myself out, right? Where I just went completely cold turkey. It wasn't right after that because, you know, drugs is kind of hard to get off of. So I still was on it for a little bit, but that very moment kept on stimulating that anger to me. Kept on triggering that anger, like, nigga, you got to get off of this shit. So, like, maybe I want to say 3 weeks later, then I was able to get clear and say, fuck it. I'm pissed off because I couldn't just stop cold turkey because I was at the point of taking 6, 7 a day bars. So, you know what I'm saying? If I would have just stopped cold turkey, I probably would have died just by just stopping like that. But I kind of, okay, 2, 3 a day, then 2, then 1. And now, okay, I made it. You feel me? Made it to where I can at least get to a space of some kind of sobriety for a little bit and then move into my new adventure, my new hero's journey. And that experience was divine because it put me in a space of anger, of frustration, of I'm tired, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. And it propelled me to who you see today. Because again, I was like literally strung out on them drugs. That shit was another level of madness for me. And in order for me to come to who I needed to destined to be, I had to go through a lot of trials, tribulations, pain, suffering to get to this other level of enlightenment.
Message.
So I just want to encourage the family to understand that anger can get you real focused. Anger can transmute you into a new way of thinking. Anger can push your attention into another level of God. Very, very important to understand that. And this is from the functionary. Attention, complete awareness without any interruption. Necessary mental and mystical concentration for rituals. Capacity to bypass and or include interruptions to sustain continuity for the ability to reproduce that which is the subject of the focus. Okay. So a big aspect of rituals, family, and y'all go get the functionary, Dr. Blind. The functionary, Dr. Blind. Go to his website, thefunctionary.net. It's spelled just like how you see it on the top of this page. Rituals are based off of focus. So a big part of rituals and why rituals don't work for people is because, again, they're not in an extreme level of focus. So focus is the aspect of ridding yourself of the struggles of the day. So let's even think about it in the aspect of even going into a ritual. Like you got a ritual, right? The ritual is just to impact your subconscious mind. The physical ritual that you're doing is to impact your subconscious mind. But you're not going to just impact your subconscious mind by half-assing it or half in it. You're going to have to put a large amount of focus, concentration on your ritual. So that's why they have things like going into meditation first, then do your ritual. Go into a 20-minute meditation, then do your ritual. Do your energy center work, right? Where you see your energy spiraling from your feet all the way to your head, and do that 10 times, then go into your ritual. So all these magic books and mystical books speak about that complete obliteration of the struggles of the day. Then you go into the ritual with a supreme divine focus, supreme divine concentration that will then unlock your subconscious mind to move the way you're wanted to move.
Message.
So one of the aspects of the ritual is for you to really completely be involved in the moment of that ritualistic act and the intention you got behind it. So you must completely focus your attention, right? Which attention or anger gets you to focus. Anger gets you to another level of concentration. Y'all know, you remember you had that girlfriend and shit, she cheated on you or whatever. He was like, oh, hell nah, nigga. She got me fucked up. Your whole attention changed. You feel me? You start going to the gym and shit. You start working out. I ain't never want to feel that again. Yeah, it turned into a monster, turned into the Hulk, turned into another level of focus. You feel me? Same thing, ladies. Y'all know that guy ain't no good. He left you for good. He left you with 2 kids and shit. Turn into a monster, boy. After that, you be like, all right, monster ball. Why? Because your melanin is activated. You so angry now, the venom has to activate inside of you. This world and the government and the people and the powers that be is trying to put you in a comfortable, fear-based vibration state. Say that again. A comfortable, fear-based vibration state. So you won't move. So you won't act. So you won't tap into your God frequency. Let me play Bobby again so we can get deeper into the fold of what he's saying.
These warriors, and a part of their messianic traits was to get angry. Same thing with fucking damn Morpheus. I mean, what's the name? He kicking ass in this goddamn movie. He ain't sitting back talking about Mary had a little lamb. I mean, Neil and stuff, and Morpheus. So your anger is a combat, but on the other side, anger stirs these entities up inside of you. You see what I'm saying? These entities, and a lot of times when shit ain't working right with me, it's because I ain't got mad enough.
Because I ain't got mad enough. So that heated energy of the anger is good. It's fuel. It's going to level you up. It's going to turn you into the monster that you're claiming to be. So you don't want to speak out of it. You don't want to move reckless or anything like that. You want to channel it. Go lift weights. Go build something. Go execute, right? Channel that focused anger into another level of focus. And that's going to make you dangerous. And that's what we want to be out here. You want to be dangerous out here.
Message.
Because at the same time, at the end of the day, if you're not dangerous out here, then nobody ain't gonna worry about you. And again, you're not even moving into the space of your adventure, which is Heru, which is the warrior heroic spirit. Let me see what y'all talk about. Chicanos. What's I like that name. Did you say Heru is? Yeah, Heru is that. Heru is the hero's journey. See, one aspect of Heru that we gotta understand, right, is that even in the heart, even in the love aspect, love, just like your mama, right? Love is an aspect of, okay, you have this bliss and this peace type of state, but then there's also love where your mama is going to do something to you to put you in a different route. So she'll give you that belt, she'll beat your ass just to keep you out of the streets because she loves you. So Pooh Shiesty and them, right? If his mama said, you know what, nah, fuck that nigga, you just gonna focus on rap, don't focus on none of this street activity, don't even try to act hard, da 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 da. His daddy, right? That's real love. You don't want to see your son locked up in a jail cell and he can't do nothing, because once they throw away the key, they can't do nothing. It's over. So a good way to get into your attention, right, to get your attention driven, is to get angry at something, right, and channel that energy. Don't Don't crash out with it. Channel it into something that will move you into a new. It says anything you give your attention to, it is magnetically yours. So all of this stuff into you getting into a new reality is your attention. What you focus on grows. What you focus on grows. How can you keep that energy up? How can you build on that anger, right? And keep that power up. Stepping on niggas' necks and shit. Feel me? Very, very important to understand that. Last thing I want to talk about is symbols. Symbols 101. Symbols 101. Your subconscious mind speaks to you in symbols. Symbols is the language of the subconscious mind. If you don't have symbols around your home, then I don't know what you're doing. D-Ray and I, when we used to live in a 1-bedroom apartment, we was going heavy in our symbology based off of Brother Panic giving us the ideas and the understanding. And we had babies, this guy, that guy, statues, pictures, everything, right? Symbols all over our living room apartment at the time, everywhere, printed out from our jobs. We was going crazy with it. And essentially it transmuted us and transformed us into the place we're at today, into the freedom zone we're at today. And your subconscious mind is ran off of your environmental structures that you're seeing every day. So that's why they keep on showing you the repeated logos and commercials and billboards and all these ads and all of that stuff, right? Cool. You have the power to program your reality through its first native language, which is symbols. So these gods and goddesses are nothing but symbols. They're nothing but energy streams, right? And if you utilize these energy streams for yourself, eventually what's going to happen is your mind is going to be moving, stay in motion to the particular energy signature. So this is Lakshmi. Lakshmi is a goddess of wealth, abundance, prosperity. So now I have Lakshmi around. Now, guess what? I move in that kind of manner and mindset. Wealth, abundance, prosperity. You feel me? Just based off of the little nodes that keep on happening every time I see Lakshmi. But it's not a conscious thing. Like you got to sit there and just look at Lakshmi, right? Even though there's a science to that. It's just you having these symbols around is actually pushing you into another level of genius, into another level of motion. So remember, if your subconscious mind is controlling 95% of your lives, then essentially you want to be able to program it every day with symbols. It controls 95% of your lives. It is built on habituation. It speaks to you in your dreams. It has no verbal language, which is symbols, which is pictures, which is your first native language is the movie screen that you're seeing over and over and over again, right? It takes everything literally. It can do trillions of things at once. It's not logical. It's a feeling mind. So during the spring season, one of the aspects that I wanted the family to move into heavier is the aspect of ritualizing your home so you can actually start changing your reality for the better. Every spring season, you want to do a spring cleaning that actually stimulates your environment for a new reality. That's why it's the new year, because every year, New Year, March 21st, not the fake New Year, the real New Year, March 21st, which is the natural New Year, the springing into something new, is the chance for you to manipulate and do spring cleaning and tear down your home. So D-Ray and I have been going crazy in our magic room as of lately. based off of the energy is speaking that, and based off of it's time. It's time to rearrange some stuff and put some new stuff in our reality, because that last year self is something of an old. Now, hey, we're going into a new direction. We're moving into something completely different. So you want to do that every year for yourself in order to manipulate self.
Message.
I'm just telling you what it is. So now symbols are a huge aspect. So get you some pictures of Lakshmi, get you some pictures of Heru, right? All these different energy signatures that's going to push you into another level of genius based off of you ritualistically imprinting your home with spiritual power. Now, that brings me to my Wise Wednesday. This Wednesday, symbols open up the way to train your reality. I'm going to go deeper into this fold on Wednesday in the Patreon. So y'all pull up and join me as we go spiritual gnosis, kamikaze self.
Message.
Give me some questions, family. Give me some questions. What y'all got? What y'all got? Channeling anger in a negative way as a habit. Gotta be arrested. Be safe, man. But this fact's always on point. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, you don't want to crash out, family. You don't want to crash out with the anger. See, crashing out is the aspect of you doing something without focus, intention. Crashing out is you falling deep into the human emotions. What I'm speaking of is, oh, okay, I see that. I feel you, spirit. Because anger is just a mechanism to signal something inside of you that something's not right. So in that inner world self, you have to be able to say, oh, okay, something's not right, bad. Right? And not let it move you into toxic behaviors. You feel me? Move you into enough is enough. Let me become the genius that I am. Let me become the millionaire that I am. You feel me? Let me move into a whole different way of thinking. Give you a great example. I was doing, I'm doing rituals or whatever. I'm going into my rituals, blah, 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 right? And I'm doing the ancestor ritual, you know what I'm saying, with the ancestor money and stuff like that. And I was doing it for years, just kind of like, you know what I'm saying, half-assing it, but not really going in as deep as I really needed to, emotionally and spiritually. You feel me? Because, you're just trying to do it and da-da-da-da, right? One day I was fed up. I say, you know what? Nah, I got to speak to my dad today because nothing was coming through. And I was just mad, frustrated, angry. And I was just like, okay, I want to know what's on the other side. I want to speak to my old man because I got some masculine energies that I need to understand within myself. Cool. Boom. So I went into my ancestor, also took my ancestor money and started going crazy, burning, crying, yelling, come through, da-da-da, saying his name, got his music up, a complete focus on just him. I swear to God, it wasn't less than an hour, 2 hours later, less than an hour. My cousin that I never spoke to called me. Ever spoke to this nigga ever in my life. He got my number from my other cousin that I mainly speak to, right? But I never spoke to him, didn't know he was going to give my number, whatever. Cool, right? This nigga on the phone telling me all kinds of stuff about my dad, telling me all how they were best friends and da-da-da-da, and how he just was such a positive figure, and he just had to go in another route because he moved this way. But all these stories, all this understanding, all this deeper understandings that I had to understand within myself. Man, I told that nigga, I just talked to him, man. I just talked to him. That cousin thought I was crazy than a bitch. He was like, he probably was on the back of that phone like, nah, nigga, there's something wrong with this boy. I didn't know I had a cousin that was, on the spectrum and shit. God damn. I'm sitting there, man, I just talked to him and he called you crazy. This is crazy. That nigga. Yeah, just keep my number, man. And I'm sitting there trying to explain, look, I don't know what this is, but I'm just telling you what it is. I just talked to him in the spirit world, heavy. And he was like, nah, but just keep my number and I'll call you later. He ain't never called me ever again, nigga. Hell no, boy. Chaos in the blood. But the information I got from him was definitely confirmation that my dad came through and relayed so much stuff that I needed to understand about myself that actually propelled and helped my journey.
Message.
So anger is a form of channeling. It's moving you to a deeper sense of your Hulk spirit. Everybody should get a Hulk doll, right? If you need to get into that particular focus. I got a friend, a famous friend too at that. Nigga brother died in college. Nigga became famous. He became a famous rapper after that. Nigga, that whole Four Bats, what's his name? Four Bats out of Dallas, the singer. His whole thing was based off of anger. His whole album. He said, bitch, you made me a star. Literally became a star, overnight sensation, just like that, based off of the anger and frustration. In his album, he even says, hey, I don't know. One day I was just sitting around and my girl done broke my heart. The next month I was a millionaire. He said he don't even know what happened. He said the venom took over him. He said the anger just consumed him. He just got into another level of focus and became a star. And he made a whole album off of her that propelled him into millions, famous, and now he's doing his thing. And y'all go check out his second album, Four Bats, a young kid. Yeah. The young guy, Four Bats. That shit fire, nigga. Hold on, let me see what it's called. It's called Still Shining or something like that. Yeah, Still Shining. Still Shining, Four Bats. I'm telling you, it surprised me. Only way I listened to it because OG Ron C had did a thing on it. So I had said, you know what? Fuck it. And let me see what this young kid is talking about. And sure enough, that shit was fire, nigga. I said, oh, this boy got something. You feel me? Four Bats, this little kid. You feel me? This nigga right here. He got it, dog. I'm telling you. So y'all go check out this nigga album. This one that's Still Shining, where this the OG Ron C album I'm talking about. The Chopped and Screwed. So when I heard that, I was like, oh, he took off on that bitch. And it's profound because you can see the level of genius that he's utilizing through spiritual gnosis. You feel me? And y'all see, Still Shining, and you see the stars. Huh. Yeah, I just noticed that. Damn. He talking about some goddamn, yeah, okay. Okay. Four Bats on the inspiration behind Still Shining. Let's see if I can find it. Let me see what happens. Damn, it's not pulling up. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Hold on. Let me share this other tab that came up. That nigga go. What?
So, what's up? It's your boy Four Bats. We're here with Billboy
and I'm going to tell y'all about my album. My new album coming out. It's called Still Shining. And the reason why I call it Still Shining is because, you know, one, I had a project before this called You Made Me a Star. And what do stars do? They shine. And sometimes you got to remind yourself. So I was going through a dark place in my life, you know what I'm saying? And this dark time in my life, you know, me going through just the cons of just fame and all this other bullshit, me going through that, I met somebody, you know, y'all might know who she is. You know, I met somebody in that time, and she kind of, you know, brought me out of the darkness that I was going through, you know what I'm saying? So she reminded me that I was still shining. I mean, well, still standing at the time. And I kind of just thought about that still standing stuff. And I just was just like, you know what? You know, we from Texas, so we shine where we come from, you know what I'm saying? So that's where the name come from. I'm still shining. And you reminding myself that I'm still here. I'm still standing. I'm still pushing, you know? And yeah, this album is a love album. And I want to show y'all to the world. I feel like it's been a minute since, you know, a guy made a love album, you know, no toxic shit, no bullshit, just love, love, love. So y'all go listen to it.
That's fly. That's fly. And his second album is definitely a love album. His first album is basically him being so mad and frustrated at the goddess that broke his heart. The second album, I guess he found another love. He sounded simpy to me. God damn. That nigga did that quick. He just came out 2024. The nigga gotta be what, 22? Nigga, that nigga, I fuck with his album though. I ain't gonna lie to you. That shit jamming, nigga. Go listen to that Still Shining, his second album that he just dropped, because it's nothing but fire love songs and you know, things that'll push the needle with the spiritual alchemy thing. Yes, sir, family. Yes, sir. Let's see what y'all talk about before I get off of here, man. So meditate, utilize anger to act consistently, control the subconscious by influence in the home environment, reflect on past experience to stimulate the anger or other emotions. Absolutely. That's one of the aspects of reflecting on the past can stimulate a certain level of focus. See, anger is kind of the energy that you want to look at. You don't want to look at it as like a negative connotation thing. You want to kind of look at it as an aspect of energy, power that will get you. Oh, okay, I'm back. Oh shit, okay, I'm back. Oh shit, okay. Oh, you almost got me. I'm back. Fool me once, shame on me, or shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So now your boss does something, right, at your job. And he kind of sleight of hand, he could cut off your food, cut off your water. Boom. He said, oh, well, we're going to cut your hours. Boom. He cuts your hours. Now all of a sudden you feel this rage, this anger. That cutting of your hours should put you in a deep, concentrated, focused state to say, oh, thank you, spirit. I feel that anger. I feel that sensation. I feel that energy that says, nah, nigga, you got me fucked up. So boom, he brings it back. He said, oh no, we bringing back your hours. But just for the mere fact that nigga can cut them hours at any moment should put you on guard and say, you got me fucked up. I'm just telling you what it is, family. What we going to do, we either going to be real or we're going to be fake. And the only thing we can do is understand our venom melanin approach to this thing. We're going to have to get into our monstrous spirit and understand that sometimes it's good to utilize your anger to get things done. You don't got, see, how else you could just figure out other ways to move? You can move. See, some of y'all are so comfortable that you're not going to move because you're so comfortable in the position you're in. The minute something throws off your reality, now you get angry, right? Get frustrated, get that rage, and boom, it snaps back in place. And you was on the one trajectory, but now you reverted back. You said, okay, well, good. So you got to utilize all these energies, right? Again, the warrior spirit, right? Think about Heru. Think about Shiva. Think about all these warrior goddesses, Sekhmet, right? They're not saying they're cutting people's heads off, Kali Ma and them, right? They're not cutting people's heads off because they're love and light. They're cutting people's heads off because they're like, you know what? Enough is enough. Let's tap in to this divine energy and let's move this thing into a new.
Sorry about you.
Yes, sir, family. Yes, sir. Love and appreciate y'all, man. Love and appreciate y'all. And Wednesday, it go down on Wednesday. Y'all check me out, Wise Wednesday on the Patreon, man. And I'm going to see y'all soon. Peace to the gods.